Torrin Brown, what's up, man? Listen, Tony Ferguson versus Dan Hooker. I think out of Hooker, Poirier, and Diaz, this might be the riskiest fight of them all. Out of the three guys, Hooker is the least popular fighter, the least fan favorite fighter. People still love him, but you know what I mean. He's not a big draw like a Poirier or a Diaz. And he's also a guy that can mess up Tony Ferguson or get messed up by Tony Ferguson. And that's what I mean. This is literally a 50-50 fight. See, Dan Hooker, before has been going through his skid and the losses he's gone through, before that, he was knocking people out and submitting people. He's got a big right knee. He's got some good hands. He's a submission guy. He can submit guys also. He can do everything you want him to do. But it's for some reason when he hits the top 10 guys, when he fights those guys like Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier, he loses. So that tells me this could be a perfect matchup for Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's right at number 10. He's coming off 4 losses now. He's been finished in 2 of the last 4 fights he's had. But again, Dan Hooker is capable of doing something that Michael Chandler just did to Tony Ferguson. He's good at landing one big shot and finishing the fight. And that's what he'll have to do with Tony Ferguson, which he can do. Again, Tony hasn't won in a long time. It's been 3 years since he last won a fight. The last guy he beat was Donald Cerrone, who hasn't won a fight in 6 fights. So I couldn't necessarily pick Tony Ferguson to win that fight, but I couldn't necessarily pick Dan Hooker to win that fight either. This would be the only time I say this is a 50-50 fight. I'm sure I'm going to say there's more fights like this, but this is the first time on here that I've ever talked about this is a 50 fight. This is a fight that I seriously could not bet money on because they're both struggling. I do think Tony has better skills. I do think Tony, especially in his prime, he'd run through Dan Hooker, but obviously he's been going through some problems. He's been losing fights. We all know that he looked good in his last fight, but still he lost, So that might have been the last time that you see him look that good. Who knows? Being realistic, Hopefully not. I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. But for Dan Hooker, he'd have to land a big shot to finish Tony Ferguson. I doubt he's going to submit Tony Ferguson. Tony's been in 2 submissions. Didn't tap to either one. He should have because of injury-wise, but he didn't. So he's going to have to knock out Tony Ferguson. If he can't knock out Tony Ferguson, he's going to lose that fight. That's just my opinion. I doubt Tony knocks him out. I do know he can shred him on the feet with his elbows and punches. I do think if they go to the ground, Tony will submit him because of the Darce chokes and the other submission victories he's had in his career. And he's very durable. So the longer that fight goes, Tony Ferguson would probably win that fight. But again, there's always that possibility he catches Tony. See, Tony's not the same as he's been in a long time. He's trying to find himself. I think he kind of found himself. Maybe he'll grow from that. Maybe he won't. We don't know. Worst case scenario, let's say he doesn't grow from that. Let's say he goes for a quick finish early, doesn't think and doesn't fight very smart. Boom, he gets caught with something big. Tony gets hit too much. That worries me. So that would literally be a toss-up fight either way.